Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Union, The 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. All of my books are available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do tarot readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, twin flame, romance, general readings, life path and purpose. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. Welcome to Twin Flame Guidance, where I guide you on a twin flame topic. And today's topic came to me because I feel it's really important. And that topic is 10 authentic truths about being a twin flame. All right, guys, as you know, the twin flame community has come under attack in a way by ignorance. And of course, there are people out there doing very bad things that they should not do, but that doesn't make the word twin flame, the concept of twin flames and the twin flame journey bad in any way, shape, or form. But there are some people who are actually misguided about the twin flame journey, so I'm here to clear up that stuff. Now, these 10 authentic truths are based on my personal experience, but also the personal experience of the over 1,000 twin flames that I have coached since 2019. And when you coach that many people, you tend to see a lot of patterns, especially when these people are coming from different cultures, countries, religions, age groups, all kinds of different demographics. And so these 10 authentic truths about being a twin flame are really what I gathered from all of this collective experience. So take these to heart, and we're just going to get started. Number 1, authentic twin flames do not look for their twin flame. All right, guys, I know that there are people out there, because I have seen them in the comments, that are searching for their twin flame, looking for their twin flame, or they think they're a twin flame and they're like, I can tell I'm going to meet my twin flame. Authentic twin flames don't go looking for their twin flame. If your soul is ready in this lifetime to have a twin flame recognition, there is not a single darned thing that you need to do to meet your twin flame. Spirit will take care of that for you. So just know that if you're out there searching for a twin flame, looking for a twin flame, it's probable that this is not your journey, because it doesn't need to happen that way. When your soul is ready, it's part of your destiny pattern, and spirit will show up with your twin flame. That's just the way it happens to authentic twin flames. Number 2, the twin flame just shows up when you are ready, or when it's time for it to happen. Again, divine timing. And this often happens in the most bizarre way. Now, sometimes I'm going to acknowledge this because I've coached people that have had this happen, where they were friends with someone since childhood, they were in a relationship with someone earlier in life, and they did not recognize that that person was their twin flame until much later in life, or maybe 10 years later. When I say the twin flame shows up when you're ready, it could mean someone that you already know. You just didn't know that they were your twin flame because you weren't ready to awaken yet, and they weren't ready for you to awaken yet. So when spirit deems you ready, your twin flame will just show up. And that's vice versa as well. Like, you'll show up for that person when it's time, divine timing, when you're ready. And that also means that if there is a person in your life that you have known in the past that when you're ready to wake up to the twin flame journey, then you will wake up to that person you already know. And you'll be like, whoa, I never thought this was a thing. Because sometimes it could be lifelong friendships that all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, this is so much more than that. And I have coached twin flames that has happened to as well. Number 3, all authentic twin flames say, I didn't choose this. I didn't want this. No real twin flame ever wanted the twin flame journey. This is so true. When there are people out there in YouTube land that say, I really want this twin flame journey, I really want to meet a twin flame, my knee-jerk reaction, and I know this is a lot of you that have this knee-jerk reaction if you were awakened to your twin flame, the knee-jerk reaction is, no way in hell, I would never choose this. I don't want this. I don't want this to happen. Why is this happening? I did not choose this, it chose me. So if you find that you are running from this experience, you're like, why did this happen? I didn't choose this. I don't want this. Then it's likely you're an authentic twin flame because your soul is ready and you did choose it prior to coming to Earth, but you don't remember that you chose this journey. And usually it blindsides you. Usually you're going about your daily life and you're just peachy keen. And since about 60 to 70% of twin flames that I coach are already married to somebody else who is not their twin flame, 60 to 70% of those people that I coach are like, this is ludicrous. I am happy in my marriage. I do not want this to happen. Why is this happening? And so if you are an authentic twin flame, you have had a similar reaction to that. Number 4, no twin flame coach, guru, or mentor can guarantee your twin flame 3D reunion. Not now, not ever. Wow. I want to repeat number 4 because I want to hit home with this point. No twin flame coach, no guru, no mentor can ever guarantee you a twin flame reunion with your twin flame, not now or not ever. Everybody's twin flame journey is a unique experience. In a video called The Twin Flame Matrix that I produced probably back in 2019, I can't quite remember right now, I mentioned that upon channeling from angelic presence that each twin flame journey is like a snowflake or a fingerprint. It is so incredibly unique that there is not one singular method to reunion. Just like you cannot predict meeting your twin flame, or you can't organize it or orchestrate it, you cannot predict, organize, or orchestrate your twin flame reunion. It's just not possible. There are so many factors that go into play. There's so much karma that each of you is trying to deal with, childhood wounds, inner child healing, there are life circumstances, there's divine timing. There's just so many factors that go into it that there is no one size fits all, and any guru, coach, mentor that tells you otherwise, they are completely lying through their teeth because no one but you knows your truth about reunion. And sometimes you don't even know your truth, right? Sometimes it's just like, hey, I'm sitting around, I did all my inner work, I've been working hard at this, I've been surrendering, living my life happy, being in the present moment, and still no twin flame in the 3D. So no one can guarantee you that. Number 5, no one can tell you if your twin flame is your twin flame. No one can tell you if your twin flame is your twin flame? I get this question all the time when I do readings for clients, and sometimes when I do readings on YouTube in the live streams. People ask me, is Joe my twin flame? Is Phil my twin flame? Is Spencer my twin flame? Is Steven my twin flame? Is Barbara my twin flame? Is Brenda my twin flame? And I always tell them the same thing. Your twin flame, the essence of your twin flame, lives inside of you. And so with all the signs and synchronicities, all the recognition, heart activation, it comes to a point very early in the process that you know, and you just know. It's this inner knowing. There's something very different about this connection. There's something wacky and strange, and I can't explain it, and I can't get away from it, and I just don't understand this thing. So you know that you know that you know if you are a twin flame, and if this person that you're asking about is your twin flame. But no one can confirm that but you. No one, not a single person on this planet, no human has that power to confirm that. Now, when I'm doing readings, sometimes the angels will bring up like 5 twin flame cards from 5 different decks. And then I'll be like, well, I'm not going to tell you this is your person, but look at all these cards. Maybe your angels are trying to send you a message here. But more often than not, when I do readings for twin flames, no cards indicating twin flames show up. So that doesn't mean that those people are not twin flames. It just means that the angels are counting on you to tune into your intuition and to get those answers from the inside of you. And nobody has the authority to tell you this person's your twin flame or this person's not your twin flame. So just know that you need to find the answers to that question inside of you. Number 6, the twin flame journey is first and foremost a spiritual journey. If you aren't experiencing a spontaneous spiritual awakening in the first year you discover you have met your twin flame, it's likely not a twin flame experience. Okay, this is so important here. The twin flame journey is first and foremost a spiritual experience. We're going to talk about this in the next point, but your soul is awakened to the point at which you can meet your twin flame. And your twin flame's soul is awakened to a point at which they can meet you. And from that point forward, there is a spontaneous spiritual awakening, even if you've had previous spiritual awakenings. This one is very different. And I know this from firsthand experience. If you've read my book, Twin Flame Union or Twin Flame Romance, you know that I have talked about previous spiritual awakenings in my life. And if your life is not unfolding in a way that opens you up to your spiritual experience in the way of signs, synchronicities, your life is disrupted. You start to ask the deeper questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? When you start to question everything in your life, when you start to go through a dark night of the soul and feel very compelled to do inner healing, those are all the signs and syncs that you are going through a spiritual awakening. But if you're not experiencing any of that, and you're just really ultra focused on coming back together in the 3D with this person, and that is your only obsession, that's the only thing you want, and none of those other things are happening, then it's likely that it's not a twin flame experience for you. Number 7, all twin flames who follow the natural course of their twin flame journey will let go of the obsession of being with their twin flame in the 3D. Now listen carefully to what I just said. And if you need to, rewind it. So in the course of the first year or 2 of your twin flame journey, maybe year 3, right? But in the course of your twin flame journey, you will naturally, this is a natural part of the process, you will naturally let go of the obsession of being with your twin flame in the 3D. Now, what are the reasons that you naturally let go of this obsession? Because of your spiritual awakening, which was the previous point. As you move through your spiritual awakening and open up to your inner healing, and you open up to connecting with your higher spiritual self and connection to God, Spirit, Source, you automatically move into a phase where you are letting go of the obsession with the 3D persona of your twin flame, and you begin to connect more with your twin flame in the 5D or spiritual experience through telepathy, through meditation, through connecting and talking with them in the 5D, to having lucid dreaming with your twin flame. All of these things are a natural process of the twin flame journey. And again, if this is not happening, if you are in year 5 and you are stuck in obsession, rest assured that this is likely not to be a twin flame journey for you. This is something else. Number 8, to be a twin flame in this lifetime, your soul has to have evolved to a high enough spiritual level to handle unconditional love. Okay, this part I really want you to tune into if you've been doing other things, doing the dishes, folding the laundry, and you're kind of half listening. If you have awakened to the point at which you recognize that you're a twin flame in this lifetime and that you've met your twin flame in this lifetime, your soul has evolved to a very specific level so that you can be ready, open, willing, and able to accept unconditional love and to give unconditional love. Unconditional love is extremely difficult to attain. And as a human, I don't think we ever reach that type of perfection. We can get close, but we really don't reach that type of perfection because as long as we walk the earth, we have an ego that comes with us on our journey. I really want you to pay attention to the next point, which is if your twin flame is a criminal, if your twin flame is a physical abuser, if they are psychotic, schizophrenic, if they have a mental illness that is way beyond anything that you could ever imagine, if they're sociopaths, they are not twin flames. There's no way they could be twin flames. Because in order to awaken to the twin flame experience, you have to have transcended those lower vibrational energies. Now, we're humans, we're flawed, right? So you will see normal flaws in twin flames, right? You might see some addictions, you might see some ego behavior, you might see, just plain old bad behavior that happens, but nothing so extreme. Because the people that are so caught up in delusion and they can't get a grasp on reality, or they cannot ever let go of their ego, they just haven't reached the point in soul evolution that they're ready for something that is so intense, this spiritual awakening, union with God, and reaching that point where you feel and you can transmit unconditional love. So just know that if you're thinking this person, God, this is my twin flame, but he's been in and out of prison, bank robberies, embezzlement, abuse, domestic abuse, all of this stuff, it's very likely that that person is not a twin flame. And I would just say run away as fast as you possibly can. Number 9. All true twin flames have a very difficult relationship with their twin flame counterpart. I'm in agreement that some twin flame relationships are easier than others. Remember the imagery of the snowflake being very unique, or the fingerprint being very unique. If unconditional love were easy, then all of us would be living in that higher vibrational frequency. But unconditional love is the polar opposite of ego fear. So since it's the polar opposite of ego fear, and since we carry an ego with us throughout our lives, it's very difficult to transcend the confines of the ego in order to attain unconditional love. So as you are striving to move up into those higher vibrations, you're going to come across some friction and some resistance. Now, this friction and resistance is going to come from you, but that friction and resistance is also going to come from your twin flame. And that's when we talk about twin flame triggers, right? And those triggers really are the ego trying to battle with the other ego, your twin flame's ego, and trying to regain control. Because the ego's control keeps individuality, and the transcendence of the ego brings you into unity, right? That's what spirit does. It brings you into unity. What does unconditional love do? It helps to bring you into unity. The ego doesn't like that. It doesn't like to lose. It doesn't like to lose its sense of individuality. And so it will fight as hard as it can to keep the individuality and to prevent unity, because unity is a surrender of the ego. And so when two twin flame people come together, because you are people, when you come together and you're trying to transcend into unconditional love, the more you transcend into unconditional love, the more the egos are going to battle. And so that's why the twin flame journey has so much friction. That's one of the reasons. Karma from past lives could be another reason. Number 10, all true twin flames realize that the unfolding of the self into their higher spiritual essence and into unconditional love comes from inner knowing. You are guided internally for most of your journey. You are guided internally for most of your journey. I'm gonna say that one more time. You are guided internally for most of your journey. Okay, let's unpack this, because number 10 is a biggie. It's a big one. The wisdom that comes through your spiritual awakening and inner knowingness that you are a twin flame and that this person in front of you that you are questioning is also your twin flame is huge, right? This inner knowing is huge. It's big. It's information that you didn't think you wanted, right? It's like, can I put this back? Can I put this back in a box and just not look at it? It's huge. And when this happens, many twin flames go off the rails and they start looking everywhere on YouTube, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. They're looking for answers. Once you get a few answers of validation of like, okay, this seems like a twin flame journey, this seems like my experience, then it's time to go internally. Well, some people never do that. They're continually looking outside of themselves for answers. In my example, I had already attained a certain level of spiritualness, if you will, prior to meeting my twin flame. So I knew about the internal journey. I had been a meditator at that point for 11 years, and I had been teaching meditation, yoga, mind-body connection for that amount of time. I knew that I needed to find the answers within. And so to that end, I never watched twin flame videos ever. I may have watched a few readings here and there in the very beginning, probably maybe 4 or 5, but after that, I never watched a singular twin flame video ever again. I never read any books on twin flames, except for the one that I told you guys about in the vlog that I hated. And yeah, go back to vlog number 36 if you want to know what that one was. But I never really read anything. I never watched videos. Nothing. I was like, this is an internal journey. I need to figure this out on my own. And so all the advice that I gave to you through my twin flame tenure, right, since 2019 has all been real world experiences from what I've had. And you know, if you're a twin flame, that if you reach a certain point in your own journey, that the answers will just start to unfold. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't need a check-in from time to time with a trusted reader that you like, or a trusted YouTube channel that you like, or whatever, but it's not like It's an obsession of continually searching on the outside for answers, or hooking yourself onto a specific leader or mentor or guru or coach to continually like dish out the answers to you, because that's not what this journey is about. It's about really tuning within and finding the guru within, finding the answers within. And if you are a twin flame in this lifetime, you are well equipped to do that internal journey. It is within you. All the answers are within. You don't need to look to the outside for answers. And intuitively, you know this. So I hope this was helpful for you to really get the truth, the authentic truth about what it is like to be on the twin flame journey. And if this isn't your journey, be relieved. If you're like, none of these authentic truths apply to me, then okay, this is not your journey. You're not on the journey, and hooray, your life is gonna be so much easier. And maybe in the next lifetime, because you've heard the word twin flame, maybe that'll be your journey in the next lifetime. But if this is your journey, then most of these, if not every single one of them, resonated strongly with you. And if it did, please put that in the comments below. Let me know if all 10 of these really strongly resonated with you. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy one of my 11 published books. You can join a twin flame bootcamp or my group coaching. I also have my meditation course online. And I will see you in the next video.